Wow. Wow. Just wow. Look at this. One of my favorite dinosaurs, probably the hulking raptor, which I'm waiting for a good clear image of the English version of it. Was just recently spoiled today, and I'll get to that probably tomorrow perhaps. It's getting a wee bit late my time as of recording, about 1 a.m. But I had to talk about Pugnacious Hammerskull because, I mean, straight off, it replaces Wayward Swordtooth for me. They both cost the same. Oftentimes Wayward Swordtooth, I'm not playing an extra land anyways, so that doesn't feel too bad. With Wayward, you can play an additional land on each of your turns. But of course, sometimes you don't quite get to 10 permanents. It is pretty easy with enough cheap dinos. This already is bigger than Wayward. You can attack and block with it. With the way I like to play dinosaurs, of course, you should always have another dinosaur out. So it's 3 for a 6/6. Better than Lovestruck Beast. You name it. And of course, it is a little bit more powerful. So it makes the Great Henge a little bit cheaper if you choose to use it. Just absolutely dirt cheap, making Ghalta, Primal Hunger, less. I mean, the list goes on. Of course, you could be playing this for a single green, even 2 green, even for 3. But let's pretend you have Otepec Huntmaster out. Nuts. You play the Pugnacious Hammerskull, 2 for a 6/6 haste on turn 3. It's pretty scary stuff. It could be Otepec Huntmaster on turn 2. Come turn 3, you play Marauding Raptor for 1 red. And now Pugnacious Hammerskull is costing a single green. So you could play 2 of them if that's how it's worked out. Pugnacious Hammerskull. Pugnacious Hammerskull. You're casually dropping 12 while you're sitting on 18 power. Marauding Raptor has pinged both Pugnacious Hammerskulls. You may want to attack with Marauding Raptor just because it does have that temporary boost sitting at 6 power. But, I mean, 1 green for a 6/6. Another cheap dinosaur like the Earthshaker Dreadmaw that I just talked about. This is exactly perfect for it. It's massive. It's quite a bit cheaper than the Earthshaker Dreadmaw. Draw a bunch more cards, chain a bunch of stuff with the Great Henge, or whatever you want to use. But I think something like this and some of the other cheaper dinos that we've gotten, Grook's Uprising, that's probably what I'm going to try. Some spin involving Grook's Uprising. 2 and a green. Whenever a creature with power 4 or greater enters the battlefield, you draw a card. And other creatures you control have trample, which is very important when something is this big. Absolutely crazy. Nutso. And when Grook's Uprising enters the battlefield, you draw a card if you already control a creature, with power 4 or greater. So it's like the creature up the beanstalk version. And this certainly would fit perfectly in there. And of course, Grook's Uprising, I don't know if it was foreshadowing or not. It has dinosaurs all in the image. I still say we're going to get a Grook Planeswalker that maybe does something with dinosaurs. Who knows? But this is just a clear, natural fit, a strict upgrade, basically, in most cases, to Wayward Swordtooth that I'm already using often enough right now. Post a list in the description if you're wondering how that looks. But I'm counting down the days. Straight up. Going to be lovely stuff. Put trample on it. If you don't have trample, it's pretty hard to top this body. It's like the better Rotting Regisaur. Of course, Rotting Regisaur is a 7/6. This is just a touch weaker. But you don't have to discard a card like Rotting Regisaur's ability is. At the beginning of your upkeep, discard a card. That's rough. This is already in the colors that you likely are playing in a dinosaur deck. Jam multiples, usually Explore and Pioneer. So I'm going to have the whole playset, and the opponent is going to be very fearful. They're going to be wishing they were playing with such awesome and ultimate power. Whew. It's a no-brainer for me. hopefully it's a no-brainer for some of you guys. All right, I'll leave it there for now. Stunned, and you put stun counters on it, so I guess that kind of works there. Pun not intended. See you next time. Peace.